Y estamos en vivo. Saludos a todos y bienvenidos a este podcast de la comunidad de Puerto Rico. Mi nombre es Héctor Trinta y en el día de hoy tenemos a Durand. Pero antes de empezar a hablar con Rafael, quiero agradecer a Noid Stills, nuevamente auspiciador de este podcast. Da hombre que... Aquí está. Ok. So, Noid Stills, contenido, fotos y videos. Resalta tu marca con Noid Stills. Pregunta por sus paquetes de fotografía y videos mensuales para boxes. ¿Quieres algún reel? Road to Extravaganza. Contacta a Noid Stills en sus redes sociales en el 787-637-6423. Y tienen merch en unas gorritas que están bien chulas, así que vayan allá. And now we are ready to receive Raphael Durand. Welcome.
Yeah, gracias. Thank you. I understood a little bit of what you said. I
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
say most, and I probably couldn't repeat it, but I speak a little bit of Spanish and a little bit of French. So
A little
I
bit of
sometimes,
French. I thought
yeah,
you were. Are you French or are you not?
I was born in France,
Okay.
but I lived in the States for most of my life.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's been a while since I've really been able to practice and speak both. And a veces me mezclan los dos, francés
French and
en
Spanish.
español. Entonces es un poquito difícil por mí.
Awesome, awesome. So yeah, I was thanking Noise Stills, who is my brother, and he has a media company, and he covers CrossFit events,
Yeah,
boxes, athletes. He will be working at the event with the
nice,
organizers. Yeah,
nice. Yeah, I saw his
and
profile.
so you're coming to compete to Puerto Rico. How did that happen?
Yeah, I can't wait. Ali brought it up as an idea. She said, "Hey, I found
Okay.
this competition, and maybe we can go and make a little vacation out of it. It's over the same week as her birthday,
Her,
so
yeah, she told
we'll
us.
spend some time." And yeah, she's my girlfriend, Allison Scuds, for anyone that maybe doesn't know or hadn't seen that episode yet. So yeah, we're excited to come down together. I was just grateful that I had the opportunity.
I knew about you first because I saw they announce you. I've been
Yeah.
like crazy contacting the athletes and scheduling these interviews by myself because I'm not directly working with the event.
Mhm.
So I saw you were announced and she commented, so hey, if Raf is going, maybe I should go. I didn't make the connection. I didn't know back
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
I wrote her through the DM, and she told me, yeah, I'm going to compete over there. And so
yeah.
I knew about you first, but then
Oh,
she
that's
told
cool.
us that an athlete from Puerto Rico that will be competing at the RX division. By the way,
Hmm.
I sent her the information, and it's her birthday, yeah, and it's perfect. Birthday on
Yeah,
the Caribbean.
I know it's gonna be so fun. I've never been, but yeah, I can't wait. And yeah, I love how Ali made it look like, she was coming because I was, but she really got me into it.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So you've been doing CrossFit. You've been doing the Open since 2014, as I
yeah,
saw on your profile.
yeah, yeah.
So 10 years now.
My gosh, it feels long. It does feel like 10 years. But yeah, I found CrossFit in kind of probably just after the Open in 2013. I had some
Okay.
friends who gave me a PVC pipe. He put it in my hand. He said, "I'm going to teach you how to do a snatch." I said, "Okay, okay." And then, he said, "Okay, now take this empty barbell, do 10 snatches, and then run around the track, once, and we'll do that 3 times, and that'll be our workout." I said, "Okay, kind of weird, but," and I was just totally wrecked. And I think, for all of us, that first workout is such an experience. You go,
Yeah.
"Wow, what is this?" You either say I need more of it, or I never want to do it again, or maybe it's a little bit of both, right?
Yeah. And
So yeah.
what was your background before finding CrossFit?
Yeah, I was a hockey player, so
Oh,
I
okay.
wanted to play ice hockey, professionally growing up. I ended up being a little bit better at soccer or football than I was at ice hockey, and I didn't quite play anything. I played in college and high school a little bit growing up, but I was always really good at. I wasn't necessarily the most talented player, but I always hustled more than everybody else. And when I found CrossFit, I said, this is the sport. If you just try really hard, you're gonna do okay. And so I said, this sport is for me.
Awesome. 10 years, you have been in the games 3 times, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
And you were commenting on the post that you test, well, two things. First, you beat Rich Froning in a workout. Tell us about that.
I mean, I was lucky that I got to compete against Rich at the CrossFit Games in 2017.
Hmm.
But in the Open the following year in 2018, I remember the first Open workout, my name was maybe 5 spots ahead of Rich's name for one workout. It was the
Wow.
20-minute AMRAP of, toes to bar, rowing, and dumbbell clean and jerk, hang clean and jerk. I didn't really even know that until a friend of mine sent it to me. So I thought it was kind of a funny bit there. I'm sure Rich has no idea, but always have to, my friend sent me a screenshot, and he said, you might want to keep this.
Awesome, awesome. Um, I when you commented this, I thought you were talking about the event in the CrossFit Games that you beat
Yeah,
their team. That was
yeah. I've always team. Yeah, we
the
definitely.
Dragon Drive workout.
So that year in 2017, the first year I competed at the games, Rich was there, and he took second place. That was the year
Yeah,
that his team did not win, and
that's
my
an
team.
important year for him.
Yeah, yeah, right. And my team took fourth place. So we
Okay.
battled with his team quite often. We weren't quite at the, ability to get in first or second place, but we were definitely
Mhm.
in contention for third place. And definitely on a lot of events, I remember, Rich's team would cross the finish line and we would cross right after, or, maybe vice versa. I don't remember exactly some of the exact events and where we placed with everybody, but
Mhm.
it was very, very encouraging as an athlete, especially in 2017. I was only in CrossFit for maybe 4 or 5 years at the time that, I was able to compete with, the biggest names in the sport. And so it was really motivating to me. And I think, gave me, the encouragement that I needed to stick in it for so long, and really showed me my love and passion for the team side of sport. I've almost always been a team athlete, and I've really enjoyed that side.
Awesome. So that was 2017. You took fourth on that games,
Yeah.
and after that, the other ones you've been is 2023,
Hmm.
and this year's games. So tough
Yeah.
year to be at
Yeah.
the games.
Absolutely.
And what can you tell us about that experience? What was the approach of your team regarding the
Hmm.
tragedy and the management of the whole situation?
Yeah. I mean, I think team was especially difficult because you have four different people that are at
Mhm.
different places in terms of their, let's call it their stages of grief. Everybody was grieving. If you knew Lazar, if you didn't know Lazar, he was an athlete. He was certainly a bright spot in the sport. No matter what. So everybody felt some connection. And for me, I felt like I was ready to compete. I
Mhm.
wanted to be out there and, to come and showcase. Um, and, I think other people, not necessarily on my team, I think some people on my team felt more at odds or, unsure if it was right to compete or not. And I respect that. And I think it was very hard as a team to say, you know, we have to decide what we want to do together, and if anybody does not want to compete, then that's okay. We won't compete. But, we had two athletes. It was their first time at the CrossFit Games, and you never know when your last time is going to be. And so, we love this sport. We do it because we love it, and because we want to compete at the CrossFit Games. We're all competitors at the end of the day. And so it was a hard thing. It was a hard weekend to navigate. I had a teammate on my team, Nikita Yundov, who has competed with Lazar many times at Dubai and at the European regional because he's from Belarus, and so he was impacted. It was hard for him. So it was not an easy weekend, but I was glad that my teammates decided that they wanted to continue, and that we got an opportunity to make some memories. I think at the end of the day, we came together and had a good experience, all things considered.
Well, we will never forget. Of course,
No,
we will
you
never
can't.
forget the experience. And
Yeah.
Lazar was very special. I'm a follower of Sevan Matosian, and he
Yeah.
was one of the first to interview him and his brother,
Yeah.
and they were so cool. We loved them since they start speaking. And
Yeah.
well, now it's hard. It's hard, but the sport continues. I hope we learn about this for the better of the sport, because
Yeah.
um, yeah, such a tragedy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
well,
agree. Like you said, I mean, they were very, Lazar's very likable. My interaction with him is I had a dinner with him at one year at the CrossFit Games at an athlete dinner. He was at our table, sat at our table, and he's just funny and happy. And, it's hard. And when you're at the CrossFit Games, you're under so much stress. And for someone to be just so happy and jovial like he was, you could tell that he was such a kind person. So yeah, it was not easy to lose someone like that. I wouldn't say I knew him the best, but I think anybody
yeah.
that got to interact with him knew that from him. Yeah.
Well, you said also in the comment that you tested Atalanta. That's such a memorable workout,
Yeah.
hated by some.
Oh yeah.
But how Alison told us that you tested some workouts because you were near the ranch at that tough times. So how was that experience with Dave Castro, with the
Yeah.
workout?
Yeah, it was, I mean, it's an honor, right? I think the ranch is kind of like sacred ground for
Yeah, of
CrossFit
course.
athletes, right? And so any chance that we had to be a part of that experience and just helping, the sport, test workouts and whatever minor way we can be, a service to the sport, we always take that opportunity. But Atalanta, that workout in particular was really fun. I don't know if Dave would want me to say this, but we tested two versions of the workout. We tested
Okay.
the version that they did, which was 1 mile run, 100 handstand push-ups, 200 pistols, 300 pull-ups, 1 mile run. And then I had the opportunity to test the other version, which was 1 mile run, 20 rounds of 5, 10, 15
Okay.
handstand push-up, pistol, and pull-ups, which is Mary.
Uh-huh.
Mary's
Yeah.
20-minute AMRAP, but we did 20 rounds and then a 1 mile run. So it's not that different, but
Okay.
and so Ali and I were doing it. I think Sean Sweeney was there, Alessandro Pacelli was there, maybe Jason Carroll, or there might have been one or two more people. And man, I just remember being so tired so quickly in that workout and hoping that Dave would come over to me after he realized that I was probably going to lose the workout and say, hey, if you want to stop, you can stop.
And he
I
didn't.
remember just thinking that the whole time, like doing my pull-ups on round 12, like, please just put me out of my misery. But it was a good experience. I finished the workout. He let me
Yeah,
finish.
of
Sevan
course
was there too, actually.
he didn't he didn't
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
you
yeah.
that,
He's
right?
not going to save you. What am I thinking? Yeah. So
He was
we had a
enjoying
good
your
time.
suffering.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I stand by it today. I mean, Atalanta is a very hard workout. I don't recommend anybody do it. You're wearing a weight vest when you do it too. It's not only do at your own risk, right? But I thought, when you do a 1 mile run and then you come up and do 100 handstand push-ups, your heart rate comes down. And even 200 pistols, it's a lot of pistols to do, but your heart rate comes down. When you do 5, 10, 15 after the 1 mile, your heart rate never comes down. So I felt like my version was harder, and I will say that till the end. But, of course, I didn't have to do 300 pull-ups in a row. So other
Yeah.
people that did that other version probably disagree with me.
I don't know. I maybe visually it would have been better to if they done it the way you did it, because
Yeah, we should have switched.
yeah, it was hard to watch. Haley Adams broke her hands.
Oh, yeah,
it was so hard to
brutal.
watch.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I
well,
like the beauty of the work. I mean, it is, you look at it and you go, wow, this is just crazy.
yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome. So, Puerto Rico, I think it's the fifth edition of this competition. Every year we receive more and more athletes. This is by far the the best version of the elite division. Athletes like yourself, we just heard about Tola
Yeah.
Moraquinha.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can't wait.
so it will definitely be awesome. Like I told everyone, me personally, I want to see the level of the competition here in the island race. So having athletes like you coming here will be awesome for our island, for the competition, for the level of competition, because I know a lot of athletes will feel motivated to
Hmm.
raise their game for the next edition.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it feels really exciting to be a part of that, and I think I feel really welcomed by everybody, and the competition posting us and you reaching out to
Yeah.
me. So I appreciate that. I feel like I'm coming into people I already know rather than going somewhere I've never been. So I appreciate the welcome.
Yeah, and that was part of the reason I went to do this little interview so people can know a little bit more of you, because
Mhm.
I know not everyone is connected to the season and the competition side of the of
Yeah.
CrossFit. So I thank you so much for being here, making this possible. I know there was
Yeah.
some hiccups, but we did it. We did it. We got
Yeah.
to be here, and
Yeah,
looking forward
absolutely.
to see you here. I know you will enjoy the competition and you will enjoy the island. I hope you can enjoy the rest of the week of the birthday week with Allison. And if I can be of any help, like I told her, I'm here to help you.
Yeah,
Thank you so
thank you so
much.
much. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, we're definitely going to enjoy the island. We're staying a little bit longer after the competition. So, any recommendations you have, we're open to it. But I think we have some ideas already. And anybody watching, feel free to message me at Raf Durand, and would love to meet you when I'm down there in Puerto Rico. I can't wait. It's going to be a fun weekend.
Awesome. Well, have a good evening, good, and
Yes,
see you
yes,
soon.
same to you. Yeah, gracias, Hector, and thanks
Okay.
everybody.
See you. Bye.
Adios. Bye.
Adiós. Well, ahí lo tuvieron, Raf Durand. Estuvimos ahí para adelante y para atrás y por poco no se cuadra la entrevista hasta el último minuto, pero gracias a Raf por decir presente. Ahora mismo acabo de cuadrar, o sea, ahora mismo en este ratito antes acabo de cuadrar como 10 entrevistas más. Así que estén pendientes que entre atletas locales e internacionales vamos a seguir teniendo entrevistas. Estamos tratando de conseguir a Tola. Yo sé que todo el mundo quiere que entrevistemos a Tola. Vamos a hacer todo lo posible por tenerlo. Todavía no hemos logrado contactarlo, pero eso viene por ahí. Gracias a todos los que están apoyando esto de una manera u otra. Gracias a Noid Stills por siempre auspiciar nuestro contenido. Noid Stills crea contenido, fotos y videos. Resalta tu marca con Noid Stills. Pregunta por sus paquetes de fotografía y videos mensuales para boxe. También eventos competitivos pueden contactarlo. Él tiene un sistema que tú puedes conseguir la información, el media, bien accesiblemente, bien fácil, bien friendly. Quieres las fotos, las consigues a las millas. ¿Quieres algún reel Road to Extravaganza? ¿Quieres verte ready? Contacta a Noid Stills en las redes sociales o en el 787-637-6423. Gracias a todos los que se dan cita aquí. Nos vemos en la próxima.